Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shifiwa. So if you are new here, thank you for stopping by, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for watching. So today I want us to talk about how to start your online store, whether it's a boutique, an online store for selling food. It depends on your target audience, on what you want to sell. So I have a few points that I've outlined because I thought I don't want to forget anything. These are the points that I looked at myself when I was starting my own online store in 2021. So I do hope this will be impactful to you and it will help you on your journey into starting a new business. So point number one is that you need to know your reason why. I think if you know the reasons why you are starting that particular business, it will help you in terms of when things are not working out the way you want. Those reasons will help you or sustain you into the business that you are venturing into. And not only that, you need to define, is it going to be a side hustle? How big do you want that business to be? Because the commitment that you're going to put into it has to come from the reasons. That's why I thought, let me start with this first point, because you need to know the reasons why you are starting a business so that you can stick with it for a long term. And you have to define, how long do you want to do this business? Is it for long term? Is it just a side hustle that you just want quick cash and stop? So you need to know the reasons why you are starting that particular business. So point number two is that you need to give your business a name. You need to decide, what do you want to call it? It depends on what you want to do. Is it a food, clothing, sneakers? It depends with you. You name your business and then you go and register your business. This depends with where you are living. It depends with different countries. So you need to go to your local authorities or your local office or your local government office, find out how to register your business. Once you have registered your business, you need to get your tax number. You go to the tax office and say, I've registered my business, can I register for a tax number? And then you need to create a logo for your business. I personally used Canva. I did everything myself from scratch. I created my business with a logo with a Canva, and it just came out perfect. So that's step number two. Those are the things that you need to know. Myself, I registered my business in South Africa. So registering a business in South Africa, I think that was 169 or 179 rands. So it's quite cheap. You just have to do your research online, go to your local office, find out, how do I register for a business? Once you are done with step number two, you need to find an e-commerce platform where you are going to host your business. It's either you use Shopify, WordPress. There are quite a lot. You need to find out or do a research about what will work for you or what you think will be best for your business. Myself, I use WordPress. I didn't create a website by myself. I paid someone to do it for me because I just didn't have time, because I work 9 to 5. So you can do that totally free. If you commit time, you can create your own website. If you can't do it, there are so many people that you can get who are freelancers who can create a website for you. So once you have found the best e-commerce platform that you can use, you need to know your target market or your target audience. Whom are you going to sell your product to? For example, myself, I knew I wanted to sell sneakers and clothes for women. So I was stuck in between those two things, of which now it's actually a lesson. I should have stuck with one thing that I was going to sell, because I think I went overboard with everything. I started sourcing sneakers, and then I went to women's clothes, and then I went to earrings, and then shirts. So my store was just all over the place when I finally launched it, because I sourced so many things that I shouldn't have. So I would advise and say, stick to one or two things. See how it goes first. Test the market. But before you even say, I'm going to just test the market, do a research about your target market. Whom do you want to sell your products to? What do they like? You can use things like Google Trends. Find out what's trending at the moment. That will also help you decide on the products that you want to launch. And then tip number 4 is that you need to know the products that you want to sell And then you need to do your research about the kind of suppliers you are gonna get, or you need to look for suppliers. For me, my supplier, I got them from Alibaba, so you can use that website. If you're not gonna be creating your products from scratch, you want to buy from different suppliers, then you need to also do a research. I did a research on how to buy on Alibaba, how to pay, how to get my stuff on the ground so that I can start selling. So you also need to do that research. Find out different suppliers. It's either you can start within your surrounding areas. Can you find a supplier in your community? If you can, even great. You can just go there, talk to them, find out if they can supply you, how many they can products they can give you on your first launch. So those are the things that you need to go through. Myself, I used Alibaba, so I was talking to lots of different suppliers on the things that I wanted, so which is also good. But I would advise to say that if you decide to go on a route of buying on Alibaba, which is it's a Chinese website, make sure that you get samples first, because you don't know how the quality will be. So I would advise to say, though it might be a little bit expensive, get the product first, look at it and make sure that you are happy, rather than trying to order 50 units of products and then when it comes you realize that, oh my god, I've been advertising and the product doesn't look good. So while you're looking for your suppliers, make sure you get samples first, before you order your complete stock for you to start reselling. Oh, that's one mistake that I made. Though the sneakers were nice, but some of the clothes were not nice at all, because I didn't get samples first. I thought it's just way too expensive. This looks nice, let me just buy, of which I was very, very wrong. I shouldn't have done it. So get samples first, vet the product, vet the supplier, and then if you are happy, then you can continue on buying more units for your launch date. And then once you know the product that you want to sell, you need to draw a budget. How much do you want to invest into that business? That's the most important thing. How much do you want to put in as a starters? For myself, I started with 300 pounds. I didn't start with a lot of money, so I made sure I'd limited stock on everything that I ordered, because I wanted everything to go out as quickly as possible, and then I went so that I could go back and order more stuff, because I didn't want to have lots of stuff not moving because I was starting out. So that's another thing. Make sure that you at least try and have minimum stock of the things that you want to sell. And then how are you going to advertise for your business? That's the most important thing. How are you going to advertise your business or your products before you launch? Myself, I'll give examples with what I did. I opened a Facebook page. So I started advertising, joining lots of Facebook pages online, advertising way beforehand my products came, and that's how I started. And then when I also had a website, I launched my website, and then I advertised my website way before my products arrive. But you need to be careful when you're advertising online and you are doing paid advertising on Facebook. I did paid advertising on Facebook, and then I used word of mouth through family and friends. They were sending pictures of the things that I was going to sell. But I made a mistake, especially on the sneakers. The people wanted the sneakers right there and there, and I didn't have the stock with me. And I had to wait for almost 2 weeks because it was coming from China. I had to wait for almost 2 weeks for my stock to arrive. And people wanted the sneakers, and by the time they came and I had to pay for customs, get my products out and say that I have the shoes now, particularly the sneakers, because that's one thing that moved quicker. But I actually lost customers. So there needs to be a balance. Yes, you'll be advertising to say you are starting a new business, but create realistic expectations with your customers. So that's one mistake I made, is that I advertised way before my stock was due to arrive, and people wanted the sneakers at that moment and I didn't have anything. So you need to find out how best you can advertise. You can use Facebook paid adverts, you can use influencers. It depends on where you are. Find out, you can use, I don't know if radio is still the thing. You can use people with YouTube channels, or people with huge followings on Twitter or X. So there are so many ways, but you have to find out what works for you. What do you think will work best for your business? So that's another thing. And then once you have done all of those things, then you need to launch your business. I would say while you're marketing, you also should also advertise when you'll be launching your business. When do you think you can start selling? Myself, I had a specific date, but I got disappointed because my stuff were delayed at the customs. I had to pay that, and then I'd promised customers that things were coming. So I lost customers along the way. So trust was broken in between. So that's another thing that you have to look out for, because when you are starting, you are looking to build trust with your customers so that they can also be returning customers. And another thing that I would advise is that you need to create a mailing list. That's very, very important, because if you have new products in the future, if you have a new mailing list, that's another way of advertising. You can just send out an email, tell your customers that you have this new thing coming up. That's another way of advertising. So I would say when you're launching your product, make sure that you have a website that will help you have a mailing list, so that you can send out adverts when you have new products to your old customers. That's another good way of advertising. So I do hope that this video was impactful and it will help you start. And then information, it's a lot out there. It might be few things that I've touched on, but there are so many things that you can check online. Use Google, YouTube, for example. You can always find out about the information that you need before you launch your business. So I hope this was impactful and it will help you on your journey of starting your online business. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.